Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a caravan in Norfolk. I am coming to you live there. I'm uploading this video from my nan's caravan. I'm currently on holiday in Norfolk. That would explain the connection issues that I was having on a Facebook Live, so apologies for that once again. Welcome to the driver lineup reveal for the Cone Racing Academy as it enters into its second season when they hit the Mexico City circuit on Monday. If you recognize my voice, I was the commentator for the Academy last year. My name is Sam. I will be once again in the box this year. Hopefully, I'll have a few different co-commentators along the way with me as we progress into the season. A little bit of background on the Cone Racing League. We're entering our second season. Last year we started up with just two tiers, the Championship and the Academy. This year we've been lucky enough to be able to upgrade to three tiers. We have the CRC 1 and 2, which started their seasons on Thursday, also in Mexico, and the Academy is going to be running on Mondays, the season opener being in just 2 days' time. And with a race you need drivers, and with drivers you need teams. So welcome along to this video. I know a lot of you have been itching and waiting for this video. Part of it is knowing who your teammate is, and so I'm going to get on with this. A little bit of background info first though. If you haven't heard of the CRA Academy, didn't tune in last year, it's a little bit different from our championship divisions. We run a shorter format, so it's only a short qualifying 18-minute session and a 25% race. The assists are reduced, damage is reduced, etc. It's because we want you to develop as leaguers. It's all the drivers that are in the academy are either new to league racing, new to racing games, or just new to the game in general. We currently have 19 drivers. Unfortunately, one of our drivers has pulled out. So as of this moment, only 19 drivers are in this, with one driver to be announced, hopefully either tomorrow or just before the race on Monday. And if you hear me say vacant, they will take that seat. So here we go then. We'll get on with the drive. I'll explain a little bit how this works. With the help of my family, each driver currently in the academy has been allocated a random number. In this case, we will be using a deck of cards to show that everything is done as live, no rigging of drivers, etc, etc, just covering all the basics. So I've got 20 cards in this specific thing. As you can see, we've got spades and clubs, and then I have my list here of drivers who have all been allocated the ace to 10 of the two specific card types. So I will be randomly drawing from this deck of cards. The way I'm going to do it though is because usually you'd expect the cards 1 and 2 to be put together. I'm going to do it a little bit differently for more just explosive purposes, that driver 1 will be with driver number 11. So I will draw out the first driver for each team, followed by the second driver for each team, and then finally we will move on to the constructors, which are from a separate set of cards. So with that in mind, I will just give them a little shuffle and we will get going. Few new drivers in the division this year. Quite a few of them coming in have their first taste of racing, as I mentioned before. Our academy champion from last year, M66, he had a great season-long battle with Christian Galang. Both of those using the academy as for what we wanted it to. They've been bumped up to tier 1 and tier 2 respectively. The M66 going up to first division. He drives for Haas, and Christian Galang in the McLaren in tier 2. Both had okay races on Monday. I think M66 unfortunately retired, but that was a great championship long battle last year, and we hope for more of the same this year. So as I said, season opener on Monday, and here we go then. The first driver to be drawn for CRA of 2020 is the card number 6 of spades. That driver is Vegas. So Vegas is the first driver to be drawn. Remember, this next card that I'm going to draw is not going to be his teammate. This is going to be the first driver of another team. So we're going to go 10, 10, and then constructors, just to do it a little bit differently. The next driver is the 2 of spades. That is Racing Slade. So one of the newcomers to the academy. halfway through the season last year, he joined, I think it was Austria, was his first race. Done quite well, and he's staying on for season 2. 3 of spades, that is another newcomer. So George Champion Dino, he will be representing a team for the first time this season, and he will take the 3rd seat. Yeah, remember, we don't know who the constructors are yet. I will be drawing those afterwards. Driver number 4 is the 4 of spades. So that is Wolf Gaming. So Wolf Gaming, you are 4th out of the draw. Remember, it doesn't mean so much at this stage. It's all about at the end when you find out your constructor. This is just to keep the ante build up, because you've been waiting and you can wait just that smidge longer. 9 of spades, so that is the next driver drawn out. So that is MUFC Harvey. He will take the 5th seat on offer in this draw. As we see, driver number 6 is the Ace of Spades. So I did mention that so Ace of Clubs, that is Warrior Huntsman. I should probably have done 2 separate colours, but hey ho, we move on. So Warrior Huntsman takes seat number 6. As we move on to the 7th driver, and it's the 7 of Clubs. Greg's Gaming Centre. One of the drivers who joined us all through last season. Greg didn't have the greatest starts in Austria. I remember he was unfortunately the first retirement in the CRA, but mightily impressive for the rest of the season. Once again, another driver showing just what we want from the academy and improving through the rest of the season. Number 8, 8 of spades. 8 of spades, 8 of clubs. Really should know that by now. That is Mooch. So Mooch, you are taking the 8th seat available. Remember, no constructors as of yet, and we will get to that in a second. 5 of clubs is driver number 8 or 9. I think it's driver number 9, if I can adjust my cards correctly. So the 5 of clubs, that is Super Gabu. So Super Gabu takes the 9th seat on offer. And finally, the first round of drivers is completed by the 10 of clubs, and that is Foad. So Foad takes the 10th seat on offer. So just remember, that is 10 drivers already pulled out of the deck, as I should call it. So they are the first 10 drivers in there. Remember, no constructors yet. I'll just give these a little shuffle before I reveal your teammates. So Vegas was the first driver pulled out of this draw, and he will be partnered by the Ace of Spades. Now, I did mention at the start that we only had 19 drivers. So Vegas has not yet got a teammate. We'll hopefully have that announcement for you in the next couple of days, but he has not got a teammate as such. And now we have got the second teammates. I am delighted to say that we can now get onto the constructors. Once again, a separate set of cards, all different, all recommended to a different constructor. So here we go. Just give these a little shuffle before we draw out the constructor for Vegas and an unknown yet driver. It is the 8 of Hearts, and that is a Mercedes. So the reigning Formula One champions Mercedes will be represented by Vegas and a vacant seat. So Mercedes first out the hat for the constructors. As we move on to the second driver, to partner Racing Slade then. Racing Slade driving the Alfa Large. He'll be partnered by the 4 of clubs, and that is Matt Warner 92. So Matt and Racing Slade taking their spots for season 2. Matt driving the Ferrari last year, and Racing Slade, I believe, was in the Alfa Romeo, as I've mentioned before. So what car will it be this year? Will it be a repeat for every one of them, or will it be something different? Here we go. It is the 9 of Hearts, and the 9 of Hearts is the McLaren. So the McLaren for Matt and Racing Slade. Interesting there, Matt, a big fan of the McLarens. I know that from racing alongside him, always goes for that papaya coloured car. So that is 2 teams completed then. Champion Dino was the 3rd driver out of the draw, and he will be partnered by the 6 of clubs. That is Carter PFC. So Carter will be racing alongside George. Now, George is new, as is Carter. So a rookie driver lineup in real terms. But as I see, we shall see whether they act as rookies or not. We wait to see that. And they'll be driving the 3 of Hearts, which is the Haas. So George and Carter are in the Haas. Very nice livery this year. One of my personal favourites. I'm not sure how other people feel, though. The Ferrari engine has been a bit of a put off for a few drivers of the game. As we move on to team number 4, currently occupied by Wolf Gaming. Big fan of the Red Bull, so hopefully I'll be able to deliver for you. But first of all, we need to find out your teammate, and that driver is the 9 of clubs, and that is Fischio. So Fischio will partner Wolf Gaming in a constructor to be determined. Will it be the Red Bull that Wolf Gaming has been so incredibly after? Here we go. It is the 7 of Hearts. So the 7 of Hearts is the Renault. So it'll be a Renault for Wolf Gaming and Fischio as they make up team number 4. We're almost at the halfway stage of this draw then for the CRA. 4 teams have been confirmed. I'll run through them all again at the end, and I will just wait for that. So team number 5 currently has MUFC Harvey. Who will he be partnered with? That card is the 7 of Spades. So 2 7s in a row. The 7 of Spades is the newest driver on the grid. Forgive me if I've pronounced it wrong, but it's Luces. Trialed recently and has been given a seat in the academy. He will race alongside MUFC Harvey. So another team of newcomers then. But which team will they be driving for as we give the cards the traditional shuffle, just to make sure that everything is according. And they will be driving the 10 of Hearts, which is the Ferrari. So the Ferrari done quite well last year, winning the team championships in the CRC. I didn't have that much luck, unfortunately, in the CRC, but they did have Christian Galang. So their drivers were up there last year. Will they be up there again? Remains to be seen as we move on to the second half of this driver 2 lineup. 5 cards left. If you can see that there, means we've only got 5 drivers left till the lineup is complete. Who's going to be driver number 6 on this side? It is the 5 of Spades, and that is a Capo Wanda. So Capo Wanda will be partnering Warrior Huntsman in a team which we will draw any second now. That is the 2 of Hearts, the Alpha Tauris. So Alpha Tauri for Capo Wanda and Warrior Huntsman. So that leaves just 4 teams. We're so nearly at the end of this draw. Few drivers left still to be drawn, likes of Crash, Shadow, Moody's in there still, Mad Dog Miller, Master Letho, among others. I think there's one more as well, but that remains to be seen. Here we go then. Driver number 16 is the 2 of Spades. And that is Meister Letho then. So Meister Letho will be in this team with Greg's Gaming Centre. So a newcomer alongside Wolf Gaming. They came in together and they will be driving in different teams this year. So is there going to be a mini rivalry there? We'll wait to see. So Greg was in the Renault last year. Meister Letho wasn't in the league last year. So new teams for both of them. That will be the Ace of Spades, which is the pink Mercedes of Racing Point. So Greg's Game Centre and Meister Letho will take on the Racing Point car mantle for this second season. We've got just 3 drivers left as we move on to Mooch to find his teammate now. And that is the 3 of clubs. And that is Mad Dog Miller. So a newcomer from Australia. Mad Dog Miller there will be partnering Mooch. And their team for this season then, not many to go, will be the 4 of Hearts, and that is the Williams. So Mad Dog Miller and Mooch will take on Williams seats of George Russell and Nicholas Latifi. And that leaves me with 2 drivers left. So Super Gabu teammate will be the 8 of Spades, and that is Crash Gaming 96. So Crash and Super Gabu. And they will take one of the seats. It's either going to be Alfa Romeo or Red Bull. We will wait and see. That's going to be the 6 of Hearts. The 6 of Hearts is the Red Bull. So Crash and Super Gabu will take Red Bull for this season. Can any of them emulate Max Verstappen and Alexander Albon? We will remain to be seen. And that leaves 1 driver left, which I'm pretty sure is the 10 of Spades and Shadow Moody. So Shadow Moody, symmetrical with the 2 10s there, partnering Foad. As we move on to the final card of this draw, which should be, as expected, the Alfa Romeo, then the 5 of Hearts. The Alfa Romeo for both Foad and Shadow Moody. And there you have it. The driver draw is complete. I will just run through the teams once again for you then. So remember, we drew out the first 10 drivers, split them across the 10 teams. We then followed that with their second driver and their constructor. So 3 parts to the draw. First drivers, then second driver and constructor, second driver, etc. So Vegas was first at the draw. He's yet to have a team, obviously, with that vacancy after LaLauren unfortunately had to pull out. So he will be in the Mercedes with a teammate yet to be announced. In the McLaren, it was Racing Slade and Matt of Warner. Haas for George and Carter. It's the Renault for Wolf Gaming and Fisher. MUFC Harvey and Luces are going to be driving for Ferrari this year. We've then got Warrior Huntsman and Capo Wanda in the Alpha Tauris. Greg's Game Centre and Meister Letho in the pink Mercedes, otherwise known as Racing Point. Mooch and Mad Dog Miller in the Williams. Super Gabu will partner Crash Gaming in the Red Bull. And the final team from the draw this evening was Foad and Shadow Moody, who will drive the Alfa Romeo. So there we have it. 20 drivers, 10 constructors, 10 rounds in this CRA Season 2. Who will take the spoils? Make sure you tune in on Monday, and we will see you there.